Okay, I think we're ready, guys. Thank you all for joining. We have a really good, exciting webinar ahead of us. Today we will talk about real-time collaborative mapping and how our partners can actually help us grow in local markets, as this is something that we've been doing for many years now. So definitely we would like to work with more of you in the future as well, because we see working with partners as a great way of growing GIS Cloud in local markets. And like I said, we're already doing that with existing partners who already understand our technologies, but also have the understanding of local markets and have the industry know-how. So if these are your qualities, definitely this is a webinar for you. We will talk about what is GIS Cloud, what products do we have, but also touch base on the benefits that we bring to the table and what do you actually get from working with our products and with GIS Cloud directly. But so let's start. So the first question is, what is GIS Cloud? What is our vision and why do we actually do it? So as it says here, so we want to make sure that real-time location maps and apps are available to everyone in a business environment. So if we look at an organization, we can probably say that maybe up to 20% of employees use some kind of mapping, whether that's digital or paper maps or any location information. But what about the rest? So why are not field workers or decision makers or even community, if that's who you need to work with, have access to some of your maps that you work with, right? This is the problem. The GIS or mapping solutions, whatever you use, are not aimed towards all of these different roles in the organizations. And this is what we are trying to do. For example, if we look at consumer apps, if you have a mobile phone, top 3 or 5 applications on mobile phone will be maps, whether those are Google Maps, Apple Maps, whatever, but they will be the most used applications in a private life, right? So why is that not the case with business applications? Why in business environments we only see 20 to 40 people utilizing GIS or mapping in general? So what are the actual challenges and what are we trying to do? So when we looked at, okay, so what are the current offerings before even we started, we said, okay, this is what's available in the market. And obviously this is not something that field workers or someone who's not in GIS will understand and know how to use. So essentially it came down to fixing this, because there are many challenges that you're facing as an organization who wants to adopt location in their workflows, because we all know that location is really, really important when making decisions, and especially real-time location and information about it, because you need to make, let's say, this fast decision on day-to-day basis. That's really, really important. Okay, so what are the challenges? First and foremost, when you looked at all these options, they are definitely too expensive. Yes, GIS mapping give you return of that investment, but it depends. It really depends when do you actually get the return of investment. They are really, really expensive. So to get started, you would need to invest a lot of time and money to actually get that solution. But then when you deploy it, often these solutions are slow. So I mentioned consumer-based users. So they're used to fast applications, fast rendering, fast loading. They can't wait 5-10 seconds for, let's say, map to load, right? They're not used to it. For example, we are in GIS and geospatial experts are used to waiting for, I don't know, 20 minutes for something to render. But in business environments, this cannot be the case. So when you deploy a solution that's available out there already, you will find that it's really, really slow. Especially that was something that was when we started in this whole industry. And a second thing is it was really too complex. So you have all these kind of additional functions, tools that you really don't need. You maybe need a couple of tools that help you find the location, get more information about it, maybe provide some feedback, attach some documents, and that's it. This is something that you need. You don't need a really, really complex system. And to support these systems, you often had to invest a lot of time and money into infrastructure, into hardware as well. Also, it took you a lot of time to set up and deploy the actual solution without even knowing that you will get that return on investment. Also, considering that these, I would call them legacy systems, are not cloud native, they're not based on the cloud, they're missing a lot of features and functionality that would bring them to a level of real-time environments, right? So especially when it comes to mobile applications, they're not that friendly, and you are relying on desktop tools, and we all know how desktop tools can be too cumbersome to process for GIS users, and I don't want to talk about non-GIS users. But also with new applications, with new systems in place, or older systems in place that you already have, every new system that you bring in and bring into the environment, it needs to integrate and interoperate with the data. These heavy GIS systems are often hard to integrate, to connect, to make sure that everything's working seamlessly with all existing systems in your organization. So it takes time for the deployment, integration, and make sure that the data that you work with can actually be consumed in that new GIS system. Also configuration. So when we're talking about business applications, it is extremely important to make sure that you can configure the actual user interface or the experience your employees have when using your application. So these are the challenges, and how do we address these challenges? So when we looked at, okay, these are the problems, what we can do. So instead of talking about GIS, although GIS is in our name, but instead of talking about GIS, we're talking about business applications that are in the cloud, which is a key component. We wanted to introduce a collaborative mapping solution for the entire workflow of the organization that has to be, it can be deployed on the cloud, but it has to be adaptable to your existing system. It has to be installable, let's call it that, on premises as well. So you have it online, hybrid, and on premises. And with these kind of solutions, then you can target different roles in an organization: field workers, decision makers, engineers, managers, community. And this is what we are trying to do in the market. This is how we are different. How did we do it? Initially, the first thing that we actually did was to deliver or create our own proprietary map engine, which is, to this date, we believe, the fastest map engine in the world. So we've done a lot of tests with everyone else out there. Our clients are confirming this, but we would like to get your feedback as well. So please do test it. Why is this important? It is because something that I mentioned, if you want to be able to render your maps data, and I'm talking about huge amounts of data, that data can be in vector, raster format, whatever. If you want to enable business users to render that on their mobile phones, for example, or tablets, in a really, really fast manner because of that user experience, then you have to use the latest technologies for that. And this is what we deliver. We make sure that you don't have to wait 15 seconds for maps to load, which is extremely important. There were some research where you had people confirming that if you need more than 5 to 7 seconds for something to load, it doesn't really matter what it is it an app or a map or whatever, you will probably not open it again. So when you first deploy your solution, it needs to be extremely fast. And this is what we bring to the table: the fastest map engine in the world. Then what I also mentioned, we are a cloud native location platform. So we are born in the cloud, 100% cloud, which brings benefits like no IT and hardware investments. If you deploy our solution, it is instantly multi-tenant, multi-device environments. It is designed to run on any device, desktop and mobile. So whatever you use, we can run our products on your existing hardware. So you don't have to invest in that as well. And we have features, and we've been focusing on features like for real-time collaboration, making sure that that information about location and data can be communicated with different roles in the organization instantly, which also means data access and distribution. That is extremely important. So single sources of truth, everything that you create is instantly visible to anyone who has private access to your maps or data, etc. So, and everything can be done online, hybrid, or on premises behind your private clouds, behind your firewalls as well. So we are a cloud native platform. Everything that I mentioned, the map engine, the UIs and everything lies on our platform that enables you to build your own custom applications or integrate with existing systems. And these systems can even be GIS systems. So we all know customers who have existing legacy systems that they don't want to lose. Of course, they've invested a lot of money into that. That's why we say, okay, don't replace it, embrace and extend. Use that system that you already have, but extend it with the functionality of a tool that has the cloud capabilities. Let's call it like that. It is by default optimized for non-GIS audience, and it enables you to build your own applications. So when we're talking about partnerships, we do have partners who have built their own products, combined them with our products, and they created an OEM solution, or even partners that have built a completely new product on top of our platform. And why did they do that? Because time to market is significantly reduced because of the components our platform provides you with. And what's really, really important, and one of the key things we believe GIS is not that widely used, especially in business environments, is because it's not tailored, especially for small to medium-sized businesses. But I would talk about huge enterprises as well, because if you want to scale and if you want to make sure that everyone in your organization is utilizing the product, it will cost you a ton of money to introduce those licenses on legacy systems. So we delivered all these products, all these technologies, but we also made it scalable. So you can start small, but end up huge if needed. And that's how we win customers. They start small, they start seeing what we're capable of, they get value, and then they start deploying the whole solution on an enterprise level. And that's how we grow. There are no hidden costs, extremely important. And one of the key reasons why we're also getting users coming from competitors to us, because we don't have any hidden costs. And all of that without any compromises in functionality. So you get a full solution. You don't have to say, okay, we'll cut the costs, but we won't have this kind of functionality. That's not an issue with GIS Cloud. You can definitely cut costs, but also keep all the functionality that you probably need or have. So how did we do it? Obviously, the way we did things and the technology and how we've envisioned it, but all of that came down to delivering this, let's call them out-of-the-box products, all at one place, products that are interconnected. So there's a mobile data collection application, which is I would say, a flagship product that enables a lot of businesses that really don't understand GIS or mapping, but helps them understand the value of location. It's an app that helps you create a custom form and collect data. We can talk about it. I have a couple of slides about it a bit later. There's also an editor for more advanced workflows and users who are used to GIS environments, for data management, for multi-tenant collaboration streams and all that. So everything's in the cloud, obviously. So keywords, real-time collaboration are really important. Then also we have applications for, let's say, non-GIS users who need to only, let's say, view the data, whether that's on desktop or mobile, in the field, in the office, but through a user interface that they understand. And also there's a crowdsourcing tool that helps anonymous users to report or communicate something to the enterprises as well. These are not all our products. These are, let's call them main products, but we do have a fleet management system, which I'll talk about, and other supporting products as well. So the first map edit application, and I mentioned this one is let's call it a parent application. This one allows you to upload your data in whatever format you have it, vector, raster, media, whatever it is. We are also database agnostic, so you can connect it with other databases. But once you bring in the data, you can visualize it through our data visualization tools. You can classify it, and all these let's call them standard GIS functions are available in Map Editor. You can define labels, symbologies. Then you can also use the same tool for data editing, for geometry and attribute editing, which is also really important, especially in multi-tenant environments. It gives you the option to analyze the data, to create some reports, to create some buffer hotspots. So it's a pretty extensive tool, but most importantly, it gives you the ability to share your built map or data, whatever you have, any resource, can be shared with others privately or publicly. And you can even do it as a WMS or WFS server from fairly recently as well. So it's a well designed, full-blown true GIS in the cloud that can easily replace many legacy systems. But if not, it can easily, just as easily, connect, embrace what you already have, and extend the functionality so you can reach out to others in the organization. Then we have a mobile data collection application. Like I said, it's a flagship product, easy to understand product, which helps non-GIS users to build a form, just like you can write it on a paper. This is how you build a digital form and then send out your crews who collect the data according to the form that you've built. And you can change that form at any point in time. You can collect points, lines, and polygons. You don't have to code anything. You can build as many forms as you want. What's really important, offline maps. We've been spending a ton of hours working with offline maps. We know that the competition has really issues with that. We've solved those issues for many customers. So you can bring your maps and data in offline, in remote areas, in offline mode as well. And then there's definitely advanced functionality, because there are a lot of data collection tools out there. But for serious enterprises, you need to have this advanced functionality as well. Web services, roster support, database connections, and obviously connecting it with other products makes the tool even more, even better than the competitors, which is important for partners, because in the future, when you'll talk with customers, you will compete with others as well. Then there's map viewers and map portals that are built for non-GIS users, for browsing the data, for looking at the data, for getting that information in a through an user interface that is easy to understand, that can be also customized, and etc. So that's also really important. Like I mentioned, crowdsourcing, something that we see as an extension to a map portal. What is the difference here is that with crowdsourcing tools, there's usually a huge setup fee. You really can't test the solution before you commit to it. It's really expensive. But with how we built our platform, and specifically this product, you can test, give it a try before you purchase. You can, show it to a potential customer, get their feedback, customize it if needed, and again, reduce the cost significantly because of all of that. So it's making you really competitive in tenders or projects that need crowdsourcing elements. There's also a huge, I would say, line of products that we have with fleet management. Recently, we've deployed or released a completely new product that helps you track mobile devices like smartphones and tablets. But we've been working with fleet management systems for more than 13 years now. So we are tracking thousands of vehicles on daily basis. Spent thousands of development hours working on advanced reports, geofencing, alerts, making sure that organizations can keep track of their fleets, know the location, and generate proper reports. So if there are any partners interested in offering these kind of solutions, this is also something that we are capable of doing and already doing through partners as well. So what are the main use cases? There are, let's say, 4 of them, but it can be divided into many categories. But throughout the history of GIS Cloud working with customers, primarily most clients come with needs in these following 4 categories. So they say, okay, we need some advanced data collection and inspection tools because we need to be able to collect in offline mode. We need to be able to connect to the external databases. We want to work with our custom data. We want to be able to define workflows, etc., etc. So, like I said, there are many advanced, many data collection tools out there, but no one as advanced as us with all the key value propositions that I already mentioned. And it's usually an app that a lot of companies start with, and then they move into the next phase, which is, for example, operational visibility or data centralization management collaboration. So they start deploying edited applications for office crews, for in-office feature editing or sharing data through services like this ones, or simply enabling their field crews to operate for operational visibility, so who can then review the data on their smartphones, maybe provide some feedback. without a concern whether they'll be able to open the data in offline mode or whether the mapper data will be too huge for them, etc., etc. So a lot of use cases in that regard. And like I mentioned, the fleet management part, the key differentiator is that you can definitely connect with all our existing systems, but we've worked on advanced reporting algorithms, smart device support, and also IoT, which is a keyword that is from recently really important, but you can connect not just GPS devices in vehicles, but also sensors and other information as well. On top of all the products, we also offer services. So we've provided and handed many certificates. So we provide our customers with education and training, but not just our customers, our partners as well. We do manage services. We do customization and integration. So if there's a client that needs a product that has to be well integrated with existing systems, we can do it as well. So you don't have to have a development resource in-house. We can do that service for you as part of your project as well. And obviously, we also provide you with support, or our customers with support packages in terms of whether they want to develop something, customize something on their end, or simple premium support services. We offer that as well. So these are our offerings, but where are we currently? Where are we at today? So we have more than 175,000 users, more than 800 clients in 61 countries that are split in 31 industries. So we are definitely globally positioned. A lot of use cases, different stories that have a solution that they use in common, right? All of them use one of the products that I already mentioned, whether it's a bit customized or integrated, but they use the same platform, which kind of tells you the story of how horizontally we are placed in the market as well. Hey, this is a cool slide that shows all of the points that have been collected, not until now, but from recently. Basically, it kind of tells you a story of where are our clients located all over the world, and how many of them we get on a daily basis, and how many maps have been created in GIS Cloud. So a lot of resources created in GIS Cloud. So what is the opportunity? If you decide to work with us, or let's ask it like this: why would you start working with us? What is the what are the benefits, right? So today we see, when we actually started like 12 years ago, giscloud.com was a free domain, which kind of tells you how early we started. No one even thought about having GIS in the cloud, right? Mapping in the cloud, that was far future distance, right? But today, cloud is actually the standard. So everything is moving to the cloud, especially mapping in GIS. So all projects and all clients will probably start asking, okay, we need mapping, we need business applications that understand location. It needs to be in the cloud. And what's a better company that does this than GIS Cloud, that has that in the name? We started the whole trend, I would say. Also, we are industry agnostic. So it doesn't really matter in what industry you're working with or what kind of opportunity you have. We probably have a use case in that industry. We can show you how we've done it, but we can probably have a solution or product that gives value to your product of customers. So whatever the needs are from our customers, we can address those, and we probably already have. And with how we've set up our pricing model, technology, the setup, deployment, all of that influences the fact that we can now enter completely new markets that are not saturated with legacy systems. Obviously, we can conquer some of the established markets as well, because mapping in GIS shouldn't be slow and expensive. It should be fast and responsive and collaborative. And this is what we do in the market. So with you on our side, we can definitely make sure that we can address these new markets and offer the solutions these markets need. And as I mentioned, location is crucial for many industries, and this is what we are trying to do. We are trying to find partners in all of these different industries who can actually, we are geospatial experts. We know the technology, we understand the location, we understand the cloud, we understand the functionality that we need to bring into the cloud, but we need experts that can give us information about how this does this apply to utility, to energy, to telecommunications? So we are already doing that with many partners and also with direct sales as well, but it's different from market to market. So it's obviously a lot better to work with local partners who have the understanding of local needs and the opportunities and how we need to position the whole offering to the market. So if you have that know-how, we would definitely be more than interested in working with you. If you decide to work with us, what are the benefits? So obviously commission and revenue that you get from services that we provide, but also from services that you provide to the client. So if you sell a product to the customer, you can also on top of that sell your own services, which can be either data collection or map editing or data editing or consultancy. Whatever you do is now enhanced with GIS Cloud Platform. But of course, you get direct revenue from commissions, from new sales and renewals. So every time you have a customer that's renewing the subscription, which can happen on monthly or annual basis, you also get a commission for that as well. And that commission can be increased based on performance. So for more precise commission numbers, we can discuss one-on-one. Then there's a really good key value proposition, which is unique offering. So today there are main competitors. I can mention like Esri or whoever the others are. When you, let's say, apply for a tender or you reach out to a customer, they will often ask you, okay, what technology do you use? And pretty much everyone will use the same technology. You can be different. You can be different with technology, which is faster and better, but also with pricing, but also with the model and how we enter markets. So you can offer custom pricing to your customers. You can offer low entries so they could start easily and then scale up as they go. But also you can provide them with a different technology that is faster and easier to deploy. Also, with direct collaboration with GIS Cloud, you get our support, not just premium support that our customers get, but also we do joint marketing activities. We can work with your developers if there's something that you're developing in-house, or we can even provide you with customization and development for a client if that's a need. So now you can think of GIS Cloud as an additional development crews who can offer these services to your customers. And the last but not one of maybe the key things that I would say is the sales channel that we provide you with. So on daily basis, we get dozens, if not hundreds of new users creating an account with GIS Cloud from many, many industries, from different regions and countries. So by forming a partnership with us, you of course reach out to your potential customers, but we also provide you or hand out some of the leads that are creating an account with us, because it's easier for you to discuss with them in your local language, with your own local understanding of how things are done. We make sure that we collaborate on that as well. Also, for companies that are looking to develop something, we also give you access to our community and to our store. So you can actually have your own application available for purchase in a custom store as well. In short, why would you go with GIS Cloud? We see ourselves as a company that has that unique position because we were born in the cloud. We know where the future is going, and we built our technology since the beginning in that direction, which gets us to that unique position, which also today we have really, really strong platform and products. Out-of-the-box products are ready for deployment in a matter of minutes, but also the platform enables you to build your own custom applications if needed as well. We are definitely proven in the market. So it's not like you're starting a new business with a technology that's unknown. We have established brand and already are proven in the market, and we have that cloud DNA, which means interoperability, integration with other systems, flexibility, configurability, which are keywords when you're talking with a customer who needs a new solution that you want to deploy. Okay, I think 30 minutes have passed. We are ready for some questions. So let's see. You have a questions panel, I believe, next to you. So you can type in these questions and we can go and answer those. Okay, let's see if we have a couple already. So is it possible in your form solution to have preloaded lists of variables that can be selected as a pivotable or collapsible list and used in different forms? That's a good technical question. Obviously, you want to deploy something for a customer. Yes, you can actually build custom forms through JSON as well, and definitely this is something that that you can do through that form. But we're also expanding our functionality of a custom form UI as well. So you'll be able to do that through that system. Okay, the vision. Let's see. Okay, so there's actually a question of storage and how can we address the issue with storing data. So yes, with our business pricing model, there are storage fees as well. But for a lot of customers who have a lot of data, huge data sets, they could deploy these solutions on premise, which in that case you don't have issues with storage. So that's also one way to do it. It's really important to offer your clients multiple options, and that's what we do with every segment. Great question. How can I become partner? Absolutely. So you reach out to us, or we reach out to you. Obviously, we will reach out to all of you who have registered for this, but feel free to reach out to us. We will connect you with Partners Manager. We will try to evaluate what is the potential of us working together. There is a evaluation process. Obviously, we want to work with the best companies or individuals out there and see what is the opportunity. What are the markets? What are the customers that we can address? What are the solutions that we provide you with will be, the ones that you'll use for your projects or tenders. We even have customers that are not direct partners, but only apply to certain tenders in their countries, and then we form, let's say, a collaboration in that sense as well. So we win tenders like that. And basically, we like to work in that sense with individuals and organizations. So it really doesn't matter if you're a one-man band. We are doing really, really good stuff with people that are one-man companies as well. Okay, some additional questions. Let's see. Okay, you have practical cases of developments that allow connect storage through own servers to the platform. When can we get information about this kind of developments? Okay, so we'll reach out to you, obviously. So you need more information about how to install an on-prem solutions for better storage capabilities. We can discuss this with you, and then we'll make sure that you get the best possible product, for sure. Okay. Let's see if we have some other questions. Okay, we have another. What types of partners are there? So yeah, there are many different types depending on what are you trying to achieve in the market. There's a referral partnership, meaning that you can connect us with a potential customer or project. And if you, of course, win the project, you get a commission, you get reimbursed for that. But also there's a complete reseller. So you use our out-of-the-box products and our services to offer to our customers on top of your own existing services. And if you do that, then you get the commissions. Then there are developer companies that develop something of their own, combine it with our products, and then offer it as a combined solution, or they develop a completely new product based on our technology. So we have customers like those, or partners like those as well. I need to mention that many of our partners actually became clients first, and then they progressed to a level of partner because they saw how the products are working, and they finally understand the technology and what we are capable of, and they saw the potential. So it is really important for you to understand the technologies and what we're capable of. So for that purpose, we would also give you access to all of our products, but also to all our materials, education materials that help you get on board with GIS Cloud. Okay. Do we have any other questions? Okay, I think that's it for now. Thank you all for joining. Hopefully got information. I believe this is only a conversation starter. If this is something that you would be interested in, please do reach out to us. We will definitely reach out to you. Let's see if we can work together and if we can bring GIS Cloud closer to the companies, because what we saw in the market is we just need to put our product in front of a potential customer and the product sells itself. So let's see if we can do that together with you. So yeah, thank you all for joining, and talk to you soon.